Fashion in the 60s, 70s, and 80s weren't just about clothes. It was a statement, a commitment, and sometimes a full-on safety hazard. We weren't trying to look timeless. We were trying to look groovy, foxy, far out, rad. And if we had to wear pants that could start a fire, shoes that could twist an ankle, or tops that stuck to our backs like human saran wrap to get there, so be it. Because back then, fashion was fearless, even when it made no sense. Bell bottoms weren't just pants. They were floor-length event planners. They dragged through puddles, they caught on bike chains, they picked up every leaf, twig, and a piece of gum from a 5-block radius. If it rained, you might as well have dipped your lower half in a puddle and called it a look. We all remember standing in the school hallway, shivering with 2 cold, wet denim ropes wrapped around our ankles like we just survived a denim shipwreck. And yet, we loved them. The bigger the flare, the cooler we were. God forbid your bell bottoms didn't swish when you walked. You needed presence. If you didn't sweat through a polyester shirt at least once during a school dance, were you even there? Polyester didn't breathe. It smothered. It clung. It trapped heat, humidity, and teenage insecurity in one suffocating package. And the patterns? Oh, the patterns. Swirls, zigzags, paisley, peacocks, optical illusions. It looked like your shirt was trying to hypnotize your classmates. And let's not forget the leisure suits. Every man had one. Every man thought he looked like John Travolta. But every man looked like a used car salesman during community theater. But it was shiny and it matched. And back then, that was enough. Platform shoes were the unsung villains of the decade. We loved them, but they tried to kill us. One wrong step on a sideway crack, and you were doing the funky chicken straight into a neck brace. We all knew someone who wiped out on the dance floor in a pair of 4-inch cork wedges and tried to play it off like, I meant to do that. Even the guys got in on the action. Let's be honest, nothing says cool like a 17-year-old boy in white platform loafers trying to slow dance with someone while pretending he's not trembling from the effort of staying upright. Our hair had structure, volume, wind resistance. It wasn't just done, it was engineered. We had feathered bangs sharp enough to slice paper, perms that never quite sat still. And let's not forget the mullet. Business in the front, disco in the back. Tragedy all around. If a gust of wind couldn't move your bangs, you were doing it right. If your can of Aquanet wasn't empty, you weren't trying hard enough. There was a moment in time when walking into a crowded school hallway was like entering a cloud of hairspray and hope. And we survived it. Somehow. First, the glasses. Frames so big they doubled as face masks. You could see the future through those things. Tortoiseshell, rose-tinted, thick-rimmed. Half of us looked like we were preparing to weld something during lunch period. And purses? The bigger, the better. It didn't matter what was in it. It just needed to be big enough to carry your wallet, your makeup, and your dignity after you tripped on your bell-bottoms in public. Jewelry? Plastic, chunky, neon. Earrings shaped like fruit. Necklaces that rattled like loose plumbing. You didn't wear accessories, you announced them. Earth tones? Never heard of them. We were out here in hot pink, electric blue, mustard yellow, and avocado green. Sometimes all in the same outfit. It was loud, it was proud, it was occasionally blinding, but it was ours. We didn't blend in, we stood out. Even if that meant looking like a melted popsicle in human form. And let's not forget matching outfits. Couples wore them, families wore them, even friends did it just for fun. Which brings us to we've all got that photo. You know the one. Bell bottoms dragging, shirt tucked in way too tight, hair teased to outer space, braces glinting, and that proud, oblivious grin that says, I look fantastic. It's been passed around at reunions, shown to grandkids, maybe even posted on Facebook by a well-meaning cousin. And every time you see it, you laugh. Because yes, it was a fashion disaster, but it was also a moment, a time when you felt bold, brave, beautiful. Even in a turtleneck the color of mustard gas. Were the clothes ridiculous? Yes. Did we make poor fashion choices? Constantly. Did our thighs chafe from polyester slacks in July? Every summer. But we didn't care because we were alive. We were young. We were trying. And in those moments, whether on the dance floor, walking to school, or posing for prom, we felt like the coolest person in the room, even if we were technically a fire hazard. So here's to the fashion mistakes, to the shiny, the stretchy, the loud, the ridiculous, to the clothes that made us cringe and made us unforgettable. We survived it all. And honestly, we kind of miss it.